I'm a designer with Fairfax Kitchen and Bath. Today we're in Burke to give you a little taste of this French country inspired home. So this home is located in the heart of Burke, Virginia, and from the outside it has a farmhouse barn style look to it, but on the inside it's a traditional split level, getting a lot of natural light and bringing some of the nature from the outside in.
I was walking around the neighborhood and there were some workers outside of a house. I had not met these people. I asked the person if he was doing a kitchen renovation because I had been thinking about that for a lot of years. And he said yes, and about that time the owner of the house peeked out the front door and said, "Come see it." So it was the same model as mine. I always thought that it would be difficult to open my house up because I had a sliding glass door in the dining room. So I could not envision how to extend the kitchen to the dining room. And she had done that. And she has the sliding glass door. So I asked her who was doing her kitchen, and she told me, and I came home and made a phone call.
So Lisa had booked an appointment with me because we had recently finished a kitchen in her neighborhood, and she was able to see what was possible through that. So she came, told me she wanted a similar layout and to incorporate her style into it. Basically what we did was we took this really small, tiny U-shaped kitchen and decided to knock down all the walls, expand the kitchen floor plan into the dining room, which we added a unique touch to her kitchen. Instead of just shrinking down the patio door and having a really long run of cabinets by the range, we actually decided to add 2 little windows so that she could see from the outside, and then the hood and range could be the central focus of the kitchen. We also decided to redo all the flooring because the old floors had lived out their lifetime and it really wouldn't fit with the new aesthetic of the kitchen and the house. So this was a complete gut renovation, and we transformed it into her shabby chic style, elevating that a little bit into a little more French country with a modern twist.
I set up a meeting with Fairfax Kitchen and Bath, and I met the designer Senna, and I absolutely knew that she was understanding my style and what I liked, and that was all it took. I just signed up with them and I got no other quotes.
The beauty of this project is being able to encapsulate Lisa's style and create a completely new kitchen for her to start this new chapter in her life where all the kids are out of the house. She's known this home forever and she got to redo it to her own style, her own taste. So when you walk through the doors, you see this big, beautiful, grand kitchen. So the style of this home leans more modern French country, and it was inspired through Lisa's own taste throughout her house. There are a lot of vintage pieces, a lot of shabby chic. I mean, there's like reclaimed barn doors, there's reclaimed tables. I remember vividly seeing this like chandelier she had made out of teacups. So her own personal style really inspired the style of the kitchen itself.
I knew I wanted a white kitchen. That was my only thought as to what the kitchen was going to turn out to be until I saw my neighbor's kitchen, and I knew I wanted the white cabinets. I also knew I wanted gold hardware. There were just tiny little things that I knew, but once I talked to Senna about it, she was able to locate the perfect hardware and she understood everything that I wanted.
So the materials that we used for this project were Fabuwood cabinetry. It's a standard RTA line with semi-custom capabilities. That helped kind of get the most bang for the buck for the project, since we're doing a lot of labor-intensive work. It balanced that out. And then we use quartz countertops because they're the easiest to maintain. As far as the backsplash, we actually went with a marble because it just worked so well and brought in a lot of character with the veining. We use brass hardware throughout to really bring some warmth in. There's a lot of white in the kitchen, and the brass and the wood tones really even it out. For the floors, we used hardwood. It's a wider plank and has rustic touches to it, but overall it's still pretty clean kept. For the appliances, we went with stainless steel. They're just the GE line. They blend in perfectly. They don't draw a lot of attention to themselves. The one unique factor, I would say, material-wise, would be the range hood. We got that custom made to match the floors. Lighting was a big decision. Lisa actually ended up finding these really pretty gold leaf detailed pendant lights that just complemented the kitchen so well. What do I like most about this kitchen? It's a hard question. I think my favorite part of this kitchen is going to be the range wall and how we added the 2 windows, and how the range and the hood is just the focal point of this entire level. I think it brings in a lot of natural light. You can stand there and see the trees in the backyard, so that would be my favorite part.
The construction process through our renovation was a lot. They put new flooring in the entire, level of the house. So it affected our living area for the time being. They were very conscious of dust. They put up a lot of screens. We put a makeshift kitchen down in the family room, and it worked out beautifully. They cleaned up well every night. They showed up when they were supposed to. They worked very long days. They were easy to get along with. I would voice some questions. They would answer them. I really, really liked them a lot.
The 2 challenges I think we had in this kitchen were, for me personally, one was the windows and making sure that that lined up precisely, because there were a few elements on the outside that we had to make sure we worked around. And then the second challenge was finding a place for the microwave. It's heavily used, but nobody really likes to look at it. And they didn't want a under-the-counter microwave, so we came up with a unique solution to put it inside of the pantry. So it's completely disguised, out of the way, and it gives the kitchen a cleaner look.
I would recommend Fairfax Kitchen and Bath to anyone. They certainly deliver. As far as living in this kitchen, it was worth every ounce of dust. It is exactly my home now. It is opened up. We put our mark on it. It just feels so inviting, and I open the door every day when I arrive home, and I just absolutely am thrilled to be here. It's not only functional, but it's beautiful, and I can see it from every angle of my home.
If I could describe this kitchen in one word, it would be cozy. Just a very warm, inviting place to come into. So I think it gives off a lived-in vibe while also being really new.